Welcome to our interactive event, Discover the 12 Blessings. Thank you for investing your precious time and energy to learn about a true divine wonder that has positively transformed so many people's lives, including myself and Livia, and we know that it can do the same for you too. My name is Ayub Malik. I'm a yoga breathwork instructor, energy healer, and minister in the Aetherius Society. I also founded an active online community called Awakening Through King Yoga, which has now got more than 1,000 group members and through which we run regular empowering spiritual activities, all for free. With me is my colleague Livia Patel, who, like me, is a minister, energy healer, and workshop instructor. Livia also leads weekly distance healing and mantra chanting sessions through our active online community. Both of us have been practicing, teaching, and living spirituality for more than 25 years. Makes us feel old, doesn't it, Livia?
I know. Anyway,
Now, our intention is that by the end of this 1 hour event, you will be feeling more peaceful, more spiritually connected to something greater than yourself after a very brief explanation and practice of the 12 blessings. There will be time for sharing experiences and answering any questions towards the end of this session. It is our intention to inspire you to dive deeper into this fantastic, empowering wisdom that is the 12 blessings. Now, we know 1 hour is not really enough to do justice to this teaching, but it is a start. Now, I'd like to share a short story of my own spiritual awakening through the 12 blessings. In my late teenage years, I was deeply unsettled in life, but had a deep desire to explore the potential of the human soul. What is possible for me? I really wanted to answer that question. And I knew deep down there was more to life than I was led to believe. And I went beyond my birth religion, which is Islam, to find it. I explored Buddhism, Christianity, Indian yoga philosophy, psychic and spiritual development related books, and started discovering some of the common threads of universal truth woven into the major world religions. Truths given to humanity to set us free. When I eventually came across the 12 blessings, I had reached a major turning point. This book came to me at a time when I was going through a tremendous spiritual awakening, and it expanded that awakening in a much greater way. And this book gave me a tremendous logical, expanded perception of the divine outside of myself and within myself. It gave me an enhanced understanding of reality and my purpose in life. It answered so many questions that I had at that time and helped me better understand and appreciate that great master of love that is the Master Jesus and his true message to earth. Despite humanity's progress in science, technology, many of us feel something is missing. We're surrounded by information, yet starved of meaning. We're hyper-connected online, but feel disconnected. We want clarity, compassion, and peace. But so many of us are experiencing burnout, division, and distraction instead. That gap affects more than just our mood. It affects our personal well-being and humanity's progress. When millions feel lost, society fragments. Fear rises, empathy drops, and cynicism becomes a default setting. Yet deep down, we know we're capable of far more. More love, more purpose, more evolution, more connection. Some say humanity has no roadmap for inner peace, global healing, and abundance for all. But that is not quite true. Great spiritual masters like Sri Krishna, Lord Buddha, the Master Jesus, and others have given us powerful roadmaps showing us exactly what we need to do to live successfully so that we may all experience inner peace, global peace, and abundance for all, not just for a small minority. So why hasn't the world followed these roadmaps successfully? Over the centuries, their teachings have been mistranslated, altered, misinterpreted, and even weaponized, leading to much confusion, conflict, and even wars. For example, the Master Jesus didn't just talk about compassion. He actively demonstrated it time and time again through his many miracles of spiritual healing. He taught spiritual healing to his disciples, and they too demonstrated miraculous healings. Yet some 2,000 years later, many Orthodox churches do not teach Christians that they too can give healing to others and teach them how to do it effectively. And in the late 1950s, during another time of global tension, the Master Jesus returned to deliver an update to his previous teachings, teachings that clarified his original message and expanded on it to offer a cosmic concept in the age of modern scientific discoveries. These teachings are recorded so you can hear them and you can read them without distortion. And this is a very key point. These life-enhancing teachings are called the 12 blessings. Now, these blessings don't just offer an empowering philosophy to live by, but it also offers a powerful and strategic practice that will help you in many, many ways. It reveals who we really are and what our purpose is in this vast, living cosmos. And more importantly, it teaches us how to use love as a tangible power for personal upliftment and planetary transformation. Now, why does this matter now? The challenges humanity faces today, poverty, war, division, fear, are not just political, technological, or economic. These are just outer symptoms. The deeper issue is spiritual disconnection. We are so deeply and spiritually disconnected from our true divine nature, which is all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-loving. Over time, we have buried that divine nature beneath layers of limitation and false beliefs, and we are all suffering because of it in one way or another. So what can we do? Master of Yoga Dr. George King stated, and I quote, "It is the spiritual approach which will eventually put this world right, not the political one, not the materialistic one. It is the materialistic approach adopted by mankind which has brought on the conditions that we are now facing." Now, for many of us who have studied and practiced the 12 blessings, we know that it offers a unique, powerful, and strategic solution as an essential part, an essential aspect of this spiritual approach that Dr. King is talking about. An approach that will help to put this world right. Now, for over 60 years, people around the world have used the 12 blessings as a living practice to bring more peace, clarity, purpose, and compassion into their everyday lives, and to be of great service to humanity and to the living, feeling cosmos of which we are all a part of and directly connected with. Recently, we had noted that people from 33 countries around the world had joined in with the online practice of the 12 blessings. And there have been many, many reported spiritual experiences, even miracles, related to this great mystic teaching and practice of the 12 blessings. Now, one major spiritual problem that the 12 blessings addresses is the law of karma. The common thread that is woven through the major world religions, including in Luke, the New Testament, 6:38 in the Bible, where it states, "Give and you shall receive." Now, this is a description of a universal law that states what you give out is what you get back. So ask yourself, what is humanity giving out? More selfishness, greed, fear, and disempowerment? Or more love, selfless service, compassion, and empowerment? And then if you look at the world, you see war, you see poverty, you see inequality, you see so much suffering. And this outer reality matches what we are collectively giving out. Now, the more humanity consciously works with this great law of karma, as the Master Jesus clearly did 2000 years ago, and even since then the more war, poverty, and suffering would eventually decline, and a heaven on earth would come into active manifestation. This would happen because we would then have embodied the teachings, the universal teachings of Lord Buddha, Sri Krishna, and Master Jesus, and others. Now, this is where the 12 blessings become such a powerful tool for the spiritual seeker. It offers a practical way to activate the law of karma for your benefit and the benefit of the world. The 12 blessings helps you attract 12 different high frequency spiritual energies essential for your spiritual development. The 12 blessings opens the door to greater divine intervention in your life and for humanity also. So that brings me to the end of my segment. I'm now going to pass on over to Livia, who's going to carry on with the next section.
So what are the 12 blessings? So while we're waiting for the slide, I'm just going to start and say that the 12 blessings are a simple yet profound spiritual practice. They are designed to help uplift all life, and they were given by the Master Jesus through the unique and expert mediumship of Dr. George King. So spiritual practice that combines service to others with personal development. If we can have the next slide, please. Thank you. So the 12 blessing expands our understanding of the world and introduces new concepts through the profound insights by the Master Jesus into the nature and significance of each blessing. It is one of the most advanced systems of prayer offered to humanity, while remaining simple and accessible to all. And this is important because no matter what your beliefs are, you can practice the 12 blessings. No matter what background you're from, it is a practice that is available to all. So if we can have the third slide, thank you. So each of the 12 blessings is given to a group of spiritual workers, for example, they who work for peace, or advanced cosmic intelligences, like the Mother Earth or the galaxy, or as you see on the slide, the mighty sun. And when we perform the 12 blessings, energy is directed to these 12 focal points described in the blessings. And the law of karma, as I have mentioned earlier, ensures that this energy is then returned, magnified, and strengthened. So then practicing the 12 blessings helps us to cultivate compassion, gratitude, and goodwill towards others and towards the world, and supports a feeling of connection to life, to nature, and the greater whole. So by practicing the blessings, we can develop the ability to give selflessly. And also, you will see when we start practicing it in a minute, you will see that you will improve and strengthen your focus, your awareness, and the capacity to hold uplifting states of consciousness. And while we get the next slide, what I'd like to do next is just read out a quote by Dr. George King from the foreword of the 12 Blessings. So this is the book, as you've seen, because he expressed all I said 100 times better. So if you'd like to listen with your eyes closed and just pay attention to the words. The 12 blessings have been given so that by their continued study as profound truth and use it as mystic practices, the student may better prepare himself for the journey into the enlightened state of cosmic consciousness. The energy released by the student must be returned from the point to which it was directed. The 12 blessings therefore constitute a system of sacred practices by the continued use of which the student may avail himself of the energy necessary to gain enlightenment. Even more important than this, the student can be energized to that extent which enables him to be of great service to all humanity. It is this type of service through spiritual enlightenment which the earth so desperately needs. End of quote. So now I'd like to move on to describing what the 12 blessings is all about. So we're going to have a look at each blessing in turn. So the first blessing, blessed are they who work for peace. Indeed, without their peace-making efforts, this world would be in even greater chaos. So this blessing celebrates those striving to end wars and foster harmony on earth. And even you, by joining in the 12 blessings, will become a worker of peace. Those who give up their time, whether they're looking after animals or whether they give up their time to work for the community, they are all workers for peace. And of course, this includes the nurses and doctors, the politicians, all who help to bring about harmony. And the Master Jesus describes the workers of peace as the backbone of modern civilization. Indeed, his words are, "This strange world needs the guiding hands of these ones." So we can move on to the second blessing. The second blessing, blessed are the wise ones. Through spiritual practices, these great ones have contacted the divine spark within and are sharing their wisdom so that you can do the same. So this blessing honors the true wisdom that heals and guides others. True wisdom is extremely rare quality on this planet, and the wise one have gone within, and simply by the power of their thought pattern, they constantly radiate healing energy to those in need. And such a masters would include masters like Swami Vivekananda, the Master Jesus, or Dr. George King. And the Master Jesus' words and these blessings were, "They walk through dark and ignorant world, spreading their light." Indeed, a great sacrifice. Thank you. So this blessing focuses on unconditional spiritual love that seeks the highest good. Those who radiate unconditional love to all so that people may be healed, uplifted, and risen up to realize their divine power within. And when the Master Jesus talks about love in this blessing, he does not mean emotion or even affection, and certainly not possession. The love spoken in the third blessing is the unconditional desire for all life to be risen up to realize its divinity, and then putting this desire into action in whatever way necessary. And the words of the Master Jesus from the blessings: the lovers of God, these ones transmute the very forces of holy nature into this mighty energy called love. Thank you. And this blessing recognizes advanced intelligences assisting Earth's evolutions, great spiritual masters from other worlds who have volunteered to be on Earth, to live, to guide us, and to help humanity in ways that humanity cannot do for itself. And this is really a tremendous sacrifice, an act of true selfless love, as demonstrated by masters like the Master Jesus or Sri Krishna, Lord Buddha, just to mention a few, who came to earth to help us throughout the history. And a short quote from the blessing: they have left their planetary bliss to accept terrible limitation among you, so that your passage through experience may be guaranteed. Indeed. So thank you, Ayub. The fifth blessing: are blessed are the thanksgivers. Now, many people can hopefully relate to this one even more. So the thanksgivers are those who give thanks to the spirits of nature, who control the air we breathe, the food we eat, the weather we enjoy. So this blessing celebrates gratitude, especially to the forces of nature. Gratitude is, of course, a very great power, and this blessing refers to those who give thanks to the spirits of nature, who control the weather and so forth. And this, in turn, then helps to create and preserve ecological balance. So it's extremely important blessing. And the short quote: they who provide the divas with the spiritual tools so that they may build their empires upon the rock of balance. So that was the fifth blessing. The sixth blessing is: blessed are they who heal. Those who are actively following the shining example of the Master Jesus, giving spiritual healing to all those who suffer. Spiritual healing can be learned and practiced by everyone. And spiritual healing is really at the heart of true Christianity and can be learned, as mentioned earlier, by anyone, no matter their backgrounds or who they are. So really, this blessing honors the healers and the universal availability of spiritual healing. And the quote: echoes that, saying, "The ones who lay their hands upon the fevered brow of their brothers, knowing that great power will flow through them." Thank you. And now, moving upwards and onwards, the seventh blessing. Blessed is the Mother Earth. She who has given us a beautiful home, protection, nourishment, the opportunity to gain experience, so that we will lead us to spiritual freedom. The Mother Earth is a living, breathing intelligence. Is such an advanced intelligence as to worthy of the title goddess. She's more significant to the cosmic whole than everyone on earth put together. And yet she makes the tremendous sacrifice of limiting herself to her current physical form purely so that we can live here. And the Master Jesus says, "Blessed is she who in sacrifice has made a space, refuge for you all." Thank you, Ayub. The eighth blessing is, "Blessed is the mighty Sun, the divine source of all that wonder on earth, including our physical bodies, is the nearest thing to God in our concept of manifestation. And the sun is even greater intelligence than the earth. And we constantly depend upon its radiation for our survival." The words of the Master Jesus describe the sun as, "It shineth always, in complete sacrifice upon the behalf of ye and me and all of us who dwell within its house." Wonderful words indeed. The ninth blessing is, "Blessed are the supreme lords of karma." And it acknowledges the universal law of cause and effect, as karma is a natural universal law that governs everyone and everything in creation. And without their sacrifice, we wouldn't be able to evolve towards greater freedom through working with the universal law of karma. And the Master Jesus' words describe them as, "These make it possible for fools like ye and me to gain that experience which will lead us to Godhead as conscious gods." That was the ninth blessing. The 10th blessing is, "Blessed is the great being known as the galaxy." And this vast cosmic intelligence who allows solar systems, suns, planets, and people like you and me to gain experience so that we will evolve towards greater freedom. And galaxy being this vast intelligence, and we are just tiny parts of it. And the Master Jesus describes galaxy as, "It lives, it breathes, it thinks, it feels pain, it meditates in the same way as there's a logos of a planet." A living, breathing entity. The next blessing. The 11th blessing is blessed are the supreme lords of creation. And they have brought the whole of creation, including you and me, and all manifestations, so that we may grow on our connection to the divine within through the mastery of experience. So this blessing honors the beings who manifest the universe through divine will. These are intelligences who manifest the will of the Absolute. And they are so elevated that part of them is not even in manifestation. And the Master Jesus describes them as these are the countless trillions of worlds, and all these have been brought into wondrous manifestation by the Supreme Lords of creation. Fantastic concepts indeed. Let's move on to the 12th blessing. Blessed is the Absolute. And this is a quote from the blessing. It is the I am within man. It is the life within all things. This, O adorable children, is the God, this is the God which cannot ever be limited by man or God-man. There is nothing outside of it because it is quite literally everything. And the quote, not a quote, by the Master Jesus, for this is all in all, and all in all that. Thank you. All encompassing. So that was the 12th blessing. Now there is another blessing that was given by Dr. George King, and we refer to it sometimes as the last blessing, and that one was a blessing and prayer to the Master Jesus. Thank you so much. And handing it over to you, Ayub.
Okay, so now we've set the scene, we've set the context of the 12 blessings, and given you a little bit of a description of what they're all about. And now we're going to move on to actually doing the practice of the 12 blessings. And this is where the magic happens. So I invite you to stay open, stay curious, and follow along. And who knows what magic will unfold. Let's begin the adventure by doing a few minutes worth of preparatory practices, closing our eyes, keeping the spine straight, shoulders relaxed, facial muscles relaxed, head facing forward, hands on your knees, breathing deeply and evenly. Allow the rib cage to expand, the chest to expand, the abdomen to expand with each in-breath. And with each out-breath, the chest deflates, the rib cage deflates, abdomen deflates. Just take a few long and deep and even breaths. To calm the mind, energize the mind and the body. This very simple practice of equalizing the in-breath and the out-breath will help to promote greater internal harmony and tranquility, never so quickly attained before, according to Master of Yoga Dr. George King. So allow the breath to to take you on a deep inner journey to a place of greater harmony, peace, balance. Calm the breath. Make it long and deep and even. Now let us use the power of our visualization to visualize a beautiful white light, a spotlight, starting from any point above the top of your head, and see this white light flowing down upon your head, down through the brain. See the whole brain being lit up, being healed, being charged, being purified, as this white light flows down through the eyes, ears, nose, mouth, sinuses, bringing tremendous healing, purification, and charging. Allow this white light to flow down through the neck, shoulders, arms, hands, down through the chest, and into the heart chakra, which is a few inches in front of the bottom of the breastbone. See this heart chakra being activated, being lit up like never before. If you find it hard to visualize, just know that it's there. Feel that it's there. Believe that this white light is pouring through you. You're giving yourself tremendous self-healing, activating this heart chakra, the seat of divine love. Feel a sense of love building within you. Love for yourself, love for the divinity within you, love for all life is building up as this white light continues to pour down in an unrestricted stream into the heart chakra, activating it, stimulating it, opening it up, and then detach for a moment and think down to the sacred goddess, the Mother Earth, and request her violet flame to flow upwards from the Mother Earth. See this, feel this, allow this to flow up. This is a key word here, is to allow. Allow the violet flame to flow up through the feet, through the legs, through the lower part of the body, abdomen, chest, arms, the aura, flowing up 20, 30 feet above the top of our heads. See yourself seated in a beautiful column of living, moving, cleansing, purifying, violet-colored flame. Allow this violet flame to flow. Request it mentally. Again, if you find it difficult to visualize, just relax the body. Mentally request the violet flame to flow up through and around you. And know that it's flowing. Believe that it's there. Know that it's there. And then detach. Just tune into how you're feeling for a few moments after doing those 3 practices. And now I'm going to hand back to Livia to lead us in the service of the 12 blessings.
Thank you, Ayub. So hold your visualization, see yourself filled with this white light as I explain what we are going to do. We will be sending forth love and light through our heart chakra and also the palms of our hands when we adopt the prayer mudra. Now each blessing, in most of the blessings, the Master Jesus gave a prayer for the benefit of humanity, to inspire one to go within and to connect with the divine spark within. So I will be reading out the heading, and while I do that, focus your attention on sending the white light towards that focal point. Now, each blessing I will read out a tiny portion of. And while I'll do that, focus on the words. Allow inspiration to flow in. And do the same when we do the prayer. Focus your attention on the prayer. And by visualizing the energy, the white light at the beginning with the focal point, that energy is set, your intentions are set. So yeah, let's raise our hands in a prayer mudra and I will guide you through it. Roughly parallel with the shoulders, palms facing forwards, allowing energy to flow through our psychic centers in the palms of our hands, as well as through the heart chakra. So visualize the white light flowing forth through the heart chakra, through the palms of your hands, radiating forth. We start the blessing, the service. Blessed are they who work for peace. Focus on the focal point of the blessing. This strange world needs the guiding hands of these ones, and they give their hands to strangers in the wilderness of materialism. They light the beacons in the darkness. They open the oasis in the desert. They are the backbone of modern civilization. Join together with me in a prayer now. Almighty Father of all creation, let your light flow through this world now. Let it shine into the hearts and minds of men now, so that all may look within and see the glory of thine everlasting being. O Spirit of spirits, let your love flow through the hearts and minds of man now, so that he may look within and see the great and wondrous glory of his divine heritage. Blessed are the wise ones, for they walk through a dark and ignorant world, spreading their light. Focus on the focal point. So that all who want to, so that all who are ready may see, even though blindly, some facet of the face of God, some small part of his work. So in the second blessing. Blessed are they who love. Focus your energy sending to the focal point. And join together in prayer. Almighty God, who is the creator of all things, we pray that your light may shine through us all, so that we may transmit this unto the world. Blessed are the planetary ones who have at this time sacrificed peace, sacrificed friendship, sacrificed their very salvation for you. Focus on the focal points. All together. O divine and everlasting Spirit, we pray that your mighty power may fall upon the world now. We pray that this might enter into all men, so that they may have some small glimpse of themselves, and that this glimpse, even though but dimly seen, might be forever a monument at the crossroads of their inspiration. Blessed are the thanksgivers, for they turn great tides of energy and direct these towards their objectives. Focusing, sending forth our love and light to the thanksgivers. All together. O divine Spirit of everlasting life, let the mighty power of thy love flow forth into all the peoples of the world, so that they may be risen up to realize their divinity, so that they may live and act in this light, to let this light flow forth forever through them. Almighty God, there will be no barriers now. Blessed are they who heal. Focusing on the focal point. Blessed are the ones who lay their hands upon the fevered brow of their brothers, knowing that their request will be answered, knowing that the great power will flow through them like water through a river course. All together in a prayer with all your heart and love. O divine Lord of all wondrous creation, we raise our voices and minds to you now in prayer, knowing even as we do that this is answered at this moment. O wondrous God, we ask that the hearts and minds of man might be opened to thy presence, to thy mighty light, so that they may forever glorify thee, so that they may realize that within them beats a spark directly connected to thy wondrous heart. We raise our minds in thankfulness for the fulfillment of our prayer, for this shall come to pass upon this earth. Blessed is the Mother Earth. Focus on the focal point. Blessed is she who in sacrifice has made a space refuge for you all. Join in with me in a prayer. Almighty Creator, let the wondrous beams of your majestic power flow through all the children upon the earth this very moment, so that they may reach upwards and realize the divinity of their heritage. Blessed is the mighty Sun. Focus on the focal point. Blessed is this one, for it shineth always in complete sacrifice upon the behalf of ye and me and all of us who dwell within its house. So endeth the 8th blessing. Blessed are the supreme lords of karma. Focusing on the focal point. For these ones, great above words, more holy even than the mighty sun, stretch their influence throughout all the galaxy, so that the great laws of God, the great laws which are God, may be perfect in their balance. So endeth the 9th blessing. Blessed is the great being known as the galaxy. Sending our love to the focal point. For this mighty one, great in proportion and wondrous in content, stretches through space its magnetic body, so that thousands of inhabited worlds may reside therein. All together, O Divine One, who allows us within thy body, take from our hearts our love into thine own self this very moment. We make this sacrifice, for we dimly realize thy greatness. Almighty Jehovah, Lord of creation, compassionate master of all life, control of manifestation, to thee we offer our prayer of everlasting thankfulness for the sacrifice continually made by thy wondrous angel. Preserve this one for its allotted time. Then, O Jehovah, Lord of lords, transmute it into the center of centers within thy mind. Blessed are the supreme lords of creation. Focusing on a focal point. Almighty, wondrous Jehovah, let the light from your heart, let the love from your heart, let the power from your heart fall upon the heads of all these earth children, so that they may be made strong and wise and capable of unselfish love, so that they may be able always to render service to their brothers. Blessed is the Absolute. Focusing on the words. It is the I am within man. It is the life within all things. It is the rain. It is the drought. It is the gentle breeze of summertime. It is the mighty wind across the seas. It is the seas. It is the emptiness of space. It is the fullness contained within space. It is the world. It is ever and forever and forever. It is infinity, and yet it is more than this, for it is behind even these things. This, so adorable children, is the God. This is the God which cannot ever be limited by man or God-man. This thing, this all things, is now blessed. All together in a prayer. Almighty Jehovah, let the wondrous power from your everlasting heart fall upon the heads of all those upon the earth now. Let the wondrous love from your mighty heart fall upon the hearts of all those upon the earth now, so that they may all realize their divine heritage and oneness with thee. Lower your hands, place them on your knees, on your lap, keep your eyes closed, and just for a moment, feel and make note of the change within. Feel the wonderful energies within. Making sure your breathing is still flowing deeply and evenly. Allow inspiration to pour in. And feel great sense of gratitude for this wondrous opportunity to be able to join together in this service of 12 blessings.
Now, let us keep our eyes closed as we listen to 47 seconds of the Master Jesus delivering some teaching as part of the 12 blessings, a very empowering teaching. So let us really tune in and listen and absorb as much as possible of the vibrations of the Master Jesus.
Do not let the fools of your world limit your concept. Do not let them limit your thought. Do not let them limit your visualization. Do not let them limit your soul. But think upon these things.
Wonderful, expansive words there by the Master Jesus, as channeled through the expert mediumship of Master of Yoga, Dr. George King. And I'm just going to share a few final notes with you all. So the 12 blessings are encapsulated in this wonderful golden book that you see on the screen here. And you can get this book from the link that you see at the bottom there, aetherius.org/shop. And you can also get it through Amazon as well if you wish to. So it's well worth getting, and I highly recommend you get it too. It's a quite short book. It's not that long, but it's packed with so much wisdom in there, which will help you, as I mentioned earlier on, to get a better understanding and appreciation of the love and the power and the wisdom of the Master Jesus. And there's so much wisdom in there that will empower you on your spiritual journey as well. So I highly recommend you get this golden book, The 12 Blessings. And also, as you've just heard a few moments ago, you can also listen to the 12 blessings. You've heard a short extract, 47 seconds of that. We have an Aetherius cloud that you can go to. On this Aetherius cloud, you've got detailed lectures about each of the 12 blessings. And there's still, even though me and Livia have been part of practicing the 12 blessings for more than 20 years, 25 years, there's still so much for us to learn from these 12 blessings as well. So it's a gift that keeps on giving, does the 12 blessings. So highly recommend you gain access and listen to the 12 blessings. Transmissions, you can listen to the voice of the Master Jesus through the Aetherius cloud. You can listen to each of the blessings. Okay, and also, if you wish to continue your journey, you are welcome to join us for our online world healing services, where you can join in with the practice of the 12 blessings, join in with people all over the world. As I mentioned earlier on, we had people from 33 countries joining in with the online 12 blessings services or online world healing services. And you can go to the web link at the bottom on the screen there to get more information about these online world healing services, which are free to join. And it's a great way to really dive deeper into the 12 blessings practice and help you to connect more with the divine and help attract 12 of these different unique high frequency energies to you. And also, if you live near an Aetherius Society center, we have centers in Barnsley. Livia is based in Barnsley. I'm based in Fulham in London, and you're welcome to join us at our temples there. And we've got centers all over the world as well, in America, in Canada. I know some people are joining from Canada, some people joining from USA. And you can go to this web page here, aetherius.org/locations, and find the nearest physical Aetherius Society Center to you, where we will have regular events and activities, and also regular 12 blessings services through our Sunday divine services and Monday evening services, which you're welcome to join, all free to join for everyone. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the session. If anyone has any questions, any comments, any feedback you'd like to share, feel free to do so now, please. So feel free to unmute yourselves if anyone wants to speak. There's no pressure. So Caroline's saying, and if you also want to, you can also write in the chat space as well if you want to share any comments, questions, or feedback with the practice that we've done today, or anything to do with the 12 blessings. So we've got James Salt watching as well. Hi, James. Elizabeth saying hello from Canada. Sudhir saying good evening, joining from India. Caroline's joining from the UK. Hi, Caroline. And we've got another Caroline saying I need to leave now. Understandable. That's fine. Thank you both, James Salt says. Lucia says thank you, and thank you so much. Bill Driver says. And Birgit saying thank you for a wonderful session. I received a lot of inspiration. Thank you for sharing that, Birgit. Nicole says greetings from Chicago. Sudhir says hi. How are the 12 blessings, the 9 freedoms interconnected? I feel a strong connection. Yes. So the 9 freedoms is another mystic teaching that we highly recommend you get. It's a wonderful book written by Dr. George King, which also contains channeled teachings and commentary on those channeled teachings by Master of Yoga, Dr. George King as well. And they are both kind of complementary. They both support each other as well. So I highly recommend you check both of those out, the 12 Blessings book, the Gold book, and the 9 Freedoms book as well. The 9 Freedoms basically maps out your spiritual journey for the next million or so years. So if you want to know what your future is, you want to get that book. It will tell you that in very clear terms, 9 essential steps of freedom, which we are all on the journey towards gaining, towards mastering, towards embodying. And I mentioned earlier on, like how the 12 blessings helps prepare us for the stage of cosmic consciousness, which is described as the fifth freedom. It's an essential milestone for you, for me, for all people on planet Earth, that we will go through this stage of experiencing the oneness of all creation through what is called cosmic consciousness. And the nine freedoms helps you to better understand what that stage is, helps you understand what enlightenment is, which is the fourth freedom. The first freedom is bravery. Bravery is something which we all need to embody, something I'm still working on even now. There's still aspects of me that I need to work on. The first freedom is bravery, learning to integrate that in all its aspects to overcome our fears, our insecurities, so we can shine more of the light of the divine through us in service to our higher divine selves, the learning of our karmic lessons, and in service to other people as well. So yeah, there's a lot more I could say about the nine freedoms. Is there anything you want to say, Livia, about the nine freedoms and the connection between that and the 12 blessings?
I would just echo your words, Ayub, saying that, they beautifully complement each other. And it's just a textbook that, the more you read it, the more you're going to want to read it. It
Yeah.
will grow on you. And I was thinking about the 12 blessings even, the more you practice it, the more you realize the depth, and you think, oh my goodness, I'm just a tiny speck. And it's the same with the nine freedoms. They're just timeless, really.
Definitely. Sure is. Okay, thank you for that, Livia.
You?
Yes, who would? Patricia.
Sorry.
Yes. How are you doing,
Sorry
Patricia?
for being always
No, it's
the
fine.
one
It's okay.
talking.
It's
No,
okay.
I want to share because I don't understand. I really didn't understand it.
Yeah.
And I was sitting in a room, the room I see normally, that is not a room. There are no walls. So it's just a room in my mind, I suppose. And I was sitting in the middle. I was by myself in a yoga position, sitting. And I was, I think, meditating. I don't know. But all at once, a door, I saw a door, a wooden door, and I pushed it. It was hard to open, but then I started running. The light was all golden and was going darker and darker. I'm saying darker to say, gold. The gold was like growing. I ran through these doors, and I don't know how many there were, if there were not 12. I ran to these doors, and I don't know why I was running all at once. I turned, and this man, big man, he was on one door, I don't know which one, and he said, "Brilliant."
Wow.
Then I turned, and I saw this room, all gold everywhere. The light was dense. The room was dense, and in the middle of this room, there was a huge golden heart that was pulsating,
Wow.
beating, was alive.
Wow.
That was it. I felt like I was going inside something, deep inside, and I was out of it for a long time. Well, the last pages showed I didn't see them.
Sure.
I was completely out of it, but I don't understand what.
Yeah, I think these 12 blessings do take you on a journey deep inside yourself. They do. There's so much depth to it, so much tremendous depth there. There's many lifetimes of wisdom in this small book, and like I said, even now there's things I still don't understand. There's still things that I need to better appreciate and realize about the 12 blessings as well. And it's such an amazing teaching, so maybe I suspect that the experience that you're having now obviously does have some meaning, some significance to the 12 blessings, and it sounds like maybe this is your opportunity to explore deeper, go deeper within by exploring the 12 blessings more.
Maybe I will ask. I will ask meaning to show me something, because it was really, sudden.
Yeah. Amazing. And like I mentioned before, so many people have had amazing spiritual, mystical, healing, miraculous experiences when we're working with the 12 blessings, when studying it, when practicing it. since the 1950s, and it's really been a big teaching of transformation for so many people since the 1950s. So thank you for sharing that, Patricia. Brian, you want to say something?
Yes, just very briefly. Thank you
Yes,
so much, Ayub and Livia, for a really inspiring session. It's
thank you.
a lovely presentation of it, which I've never had experienced anything like that before in my experience in the society. And I especially want to thank you, Ayub, for that lovely phrase. 12 blessings is a gift which carries on giving.
It does.
A
It sure
really,
does.
really lovely phrase. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. Ruth, do you want to say something? I see your hand is raised on my screen. If you'd like to say something, feel free to speak. Or if anyone else would like to speak and share any experiences, feel free to open up. Let's have a conversation. No pressure.
I want to thank you both very much, and I would also say that when I participate in the 12 blessings, that I can feel really a kind of empowering in oneness. And if it is finished, I really can feel this oneness in me and a kind of power.
Yes.
Yes, it's built something up all together. It's very powerful.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I know you've been practicing it for a number of years now, haven't you, Chris? The 12
Yes,
blessings.
two
Yeah.
2 years. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
great, and I understand. I know a lot of the people who are watching this as well, who will be watching the recording afterwards. This is the first time they may have come across the 12 blessings as well. So I know it may feel like a little bit overwhelming. It might feel like it's a lot to take on board, but I invite you to stick with it. Stick with it, persevere, and really try to get your head and your heart into it, to understanding the 12 different blessings. And the deeper you go into it, the more power you will gain from it, the more benefit you'll gain from it, the more divine intervention you'll allow into your life as well. And as Brian reiterated to my earlier point, it's a gift that keeps on giving. The more you stick with it, the more you keep going, the more you study and practice it, the more benefit you will get from these amazing, amazing teachings, which really do liberate us. And so thank you for sharing that, Chris. Anyone else would like to speak? Feel free to do so. No pressure. Elizabeth.
Hi.
Hi.
I really enjoyed. I just don't know today. This sign that's on that little book. You know that tree and the little something something. It all came into my hands, and they were floating everywhere. You know the sign on the booklet for 12 blessings.
Oh, yes, the symbol of the AUM. Yes, yeah.
I think so, yeah. The three, and I don't know what to call it.
It's a very ancient symbol, yeah, for describing the ancient name of God. Yes.
Yeah, they all came onto my hands. They were all floating as my hands were trembling. All my hands were trembling.
Wow.
And that was all over. And I was like, well, I don't know if the planet is round or whatever, but I was on the top and floating with those things coming out of my hands.
Wow. Amazing.
This time it happened. I've been following the 12 blessings online. Okay. I've got the book ordered, but I'm very new into it.
Yes.
So I'm still following, listening. I'm signing up on listening to all that is going on.
Sure.
But the practice today was really beautiful, and thank you.
Sure. Thank you for sharing that. That's an amazing experience there, Elizabeth. And you are yet another person who's had an amazing experience with the 12 blessings. And I think, if this is something you've never experienced before, then it's obviously trying to tell you something to dive deeper into it, to explore the 12 blessings further. And I think that's why people have these experiences, because they're signposts to help them to go deeper, to explore, expand their horizons, and explore what the 12 blessings has to offer. Thank you.
My question would be, how many times should one be doing this? Like if you are alone and following the...
Yes. Dr. King would probably say, if you do it 24 hours a day,
Wow.
7 days a week. And that's probably what he would say. But of course, we've all got work to do. We've all got to sleep. We've all got other responsibilities. So
Right.
I think the best thing is to start small. So I recommend, you just everyone to just get the book first. Really take your time to study the book. And also, if anyone wants to kind of go on a journey of exploration with the 12 blessings, I'm very much open. I'm sure Olivia is as well, to having extra sessions beyond this one, where we can go deeper into exploring the 12 blessings together as a group. If there's a
Yes.
demand for it, then we can do that. So I will put that in an email to everybody with the recording as well. So, and we'll see what kind of response we get to that. So just keep that in your mind as well. Have a think about that if you want to explore this further. And yes, because I know there's a lot to take on board with the 12 blessings for a new person, and sometimes it's good to have our hands held, and we're willing to do that through maybe an additional 1 or 2 or more sessions of Zoom lasting 1 hour or however long it takes, where we can go deeper into it and explore it and do some more practice with the 12 blessings. In an interactive way, just like now, just similar to now. So I'm willing to do that. I'm sure Olivia would be willing to do that as well, as and when we can, and other people as well, other colleagues of mine. So yeah, yes, I would suggest starting. Get yourself a copy of the book first of all. That would be the first step. Start to study that book. Sign up to the Aetherius Cloud and start listening to the lectures on the 12 blessings. That's one of the things that I did when I first came across the 12 blessings. I started listening to the lectures to help get a better understanding of each of the blessings. And then that helped open my eyes even more to how important each of these blessings are. And then that way, when you come to actually practicing the blessings like we did today, they will have more meaning for you. You'll be able to put more love, more energy, more power, more oomph into the practice, and with the prayers as well. And the prayers are beautiful. I mean, I love the prayers. The prayers, they just answer the problems. The crux of the problems that facing humanity is the fact that we have this spiritual disconnection. And if we pray that everybody on planet Earth connects with the divine nature within, their all-powerful, all-knowing, all-loving divine essence within, everything will improve. Everything will improve in our lives, in other people's lives as well. And this is the key thing, as key solution that the 12 blessings has to offer, which isn't very properly understood, but it gets to the heart of the problem. Because if we can really connect with the divine nature, then we will overcome suffering, we'll overcome war, we'll overcome poverty. People will naturally want to be more loving, more kinder, more serving of other people. And this is one of the things that the 12 blessings has to offer. So I don't know if that answers your question, Elizabeth.
Indeed, it does, definitely, because I have read the book and I have listened to Cloud.
Good.
Most of I'm still listening, and
Sure.
what I find is everything in the booklet makes sense if you get to understand where it is directing us to.
Yes.
And it makes sense now to know why you praying.
Yes.
So that as soon as I got that comprehension, it made sense to say, when I'm doing this, this is what exactly I should do and how I should request. So like today, it was very powerful with, it's Olivia, is it?
Olivia, yes.
Very, very, very strong voice. And I just loved, I was repeating myself too, like as if I'm fluent with a booklet, and yet I'm not yet. I'm still trying to really grasp word by word so that I don't have to try and read, because anyway, my eyesight is not good. But yes, I'm loving everything about the teachings, and I have downloaded the audiobook of The King That Came to Earth, and it is amazing daily.
Wonderful.
So it adds to the whole understanding of the 12 blessings.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes, I thank you very much, definitely. And when I come to England, I will just come in there and get to learn some more when I can.
Yeah,
wherever.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you for sharing that, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
So would anyone else, I see Sudhir's raised his hand as well. Is there anything you'd like to add there, Sudhir?
Hi, Ayub. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, yes.
Thank you
Mm.
so much for being with me. I
We
just put
can't
that
can't hear
message.
you very well.
Just a minute. Just a minute.
We can't hear you, Sudhir.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
just
better.
a minute.
That's better.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. That's clearer. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us? No?
Okay.
Sorry.
Sudhir, can you hear us? We can hear you, so go ahead and speak.
Okay, there's some problem.
Okay, we can hear you though. Okay, Caroline, is there anything? I see your hand is raised as well. Would you like to
Yes,
say anything?
please.
Yep, go for it, Caroline. Yes.
I was just wondering if you had any advice for a novice on this. And so I'm quite used to doing meditation, and when I can send energy out to and communicate with archetypal energies, gods, goddesses. But
Mm-hmm.
I sort of struggling. I have no concept of the supreme lords of karma, for instance. I understand there are laws of karma, and I've got Richard Lawrence's little book on karma, but I
Yeah,
don't have a concept. It's a
yeah,
very such an abstract concept. I don't know what to do with it when it comes to
yeah,
the supreme laws of karma. And it's the same with the supreme laws of creation and the galaxy
yeah,
and the absolute and the
yeah.
planetary ones. They don't have any meaning attached to them at the moment for me.
Sure, sure. I think this is why I think it's important to kind of really study the lectures by Dr. King
Mm,
on the 12 blessings. That will help you where Dr. King goes deeper into each of the blessings and what some of the sentences mean and help you get a better appreciation of it. And he answers some of the questions that you've raised as well. There's a lot of Q&A in there with these
I
lectures.
mean, it's sort of for me. I think it's as well though, because I was talking to someone else about because who's got a copy of the book
Yeah.
and saying what was in it,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I think it's like so. I find it much easier to use something to visualize that if I'm trying to
It does.
focus
Yeah.
sending energy, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure that you have any sort of imagery associated with those
Not
concepts or not.
really. Yeah, it's a difficult thing. I think if we were more spiritually advanced,
Mm,
maybe yeah, then I think maybe we'd be in a position to get a better understanding and a picturization of the supreme laws of karma. But in our current low evolutionary state of humanity, it's a
mm,
very difficult thing to grasp. And one of the things that Dr. King mentioned was that just to request that the energy goes out to the supreme lords of karma. You don't have to conceptualize what they look
right.
like or who they are.
I suppose it's just if I'm trying to send energy
Yeah,
with my hands, I've got to disconnect somehow with like I don't know
yeah,
where it's going.
yeah. And you
I,
don't need
you
to.
know,
And you don't need to know. That's the
right,
beauty of it. It's just you just make that mental request that blessed are the supreme lords of karma, and the energy will go there.
right,
and
okay,
and and it's obviously it's something that it's an affliction that I have as well. I want to try and follow the energy and say, oh, where's it going to go? How's it going to get there? Blah blah blah. My intellectual curiosity kicks in, and but Dr. King just teaches just not to do that, basically, to just detach from that and just know that it's going to get there, and that there are
I
these great supreme laws of karma.
I think it's just about believing.
Yes.
It's the
Yeah.
intention really, and nothing else matter. It's the intention, your intention, Caroline, to
Yes.
send this energy to
Yes.
someone or a
Yes.
place, and they will get there. You
Yes.
have just
Exactly.
to believe it. I'm doing
Yes.
this for a long time, so
Yes.
I'm used to it.
It's
I
a
don't
good
know,
point.
I don't follow the energy, even if I can see it.
Mm,
I I don't mind, because
mm.
I know I will reach the person or the
So
place.
I wouldn't even mind if it was an abstract image, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. It's
Yeah.
just something.
Can I just
So, for
say,
instance, I've been working with the goddess Nuit, and I've been meditating and
communicating with her. And then suddenly one day the image in my head started changing without me consciously doing anything. And
Mm,
that gave
mm.
me comfort that something had shifted within me and I felt more connected with it.
Yeah,
And at the
yeah,
moment, I feel absolutely disconnected with some of these blessings, and I'm trying to find a way to connect to the blessing itself so that
yeah,
I feel that just any advice to help me get there. And
sure.
that might just.
Sure. So, Livia, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I'd just say, just like Patricia said and Ayub, say that, as you say, the focal point, the first line. So, blessed are the supreme lords of karma. If you have the book, there might be some very simple, just the first few sentences. Just hold the focus. It's the focus and the intention that helps that energy to get where we want it to. Your focus will do it. And the fact that you prepped yourself, the energy, will be flowing. And like Ayub said,
Mm.
be there. But it's the focus. Focus is ever so important to keep.
Yeah.
So, what can you describe what you mean by focus?
Holding that your mind won't drift off somewhere else, basically.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that the pushing or something else, something's not going to drift into your mind. You bring it back to, I'm focusing on sending energy.
Right.
Focal point. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is very.
And
Okay.
also think that life happen every day. So we are uh, we are not children. We have duties. We have things to do every day. So sometimes what is around us, it doesn't balance with the spiritual part of this life. So that's why it's so difficult to take all the let's say the dirt out is very difficult.
Mm.
Emotions, you are sad, you are too happy, you are concentrated on other things around that you can't really close the door and concentrate on the spiritual path. So it's very difficult. I know because I live it too. I'm going through a bad moment with people ill around me, and it's very difficult. So I set just my time, and I said, "This is my time. I need to do that." And I ask for my guides to come in and help me concentrate.
Yeah. I think, sometimes I think we do tend to overcomplicate things sometimes. It's just as simple as blessed are the supreme lords of karma. You just say the words and just know that the power is going to go out to them. And because these beings are way beyond our comprehension, our human none of us are in a position to really comprehend the greatness of these beings. Likewise, I mean, with the galaxy, we can have some comprehension because we've got images, we've got of parts of the galaxy, and there's like you can look at some of the images of the galaxy as well, animated visions, I mean, animated videos, which I've used in the past to get some glimpse, some understanding, some appreciation in our mind of what the galaxy looks like. But whatever imagery we're going to have is going to be limited. It's not going to be.
Yes, I suppose it's
Yeah.
just it's a focal point.
It's a focal point,
Yeah.
exactly.
And what I'm trying to do is
Yeah.
find the focal point.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And I think, yeah, it's an interesting point you've raised there. It's and even with the absolute, it's like, and the supreme laws of creation, we can't picturize them. They're just
I
way
mean,
beyond
it might be that
anything.
I just need to do some little ritual where I create myself some little flashcards where I've done some beautiful the phrase with some beautiful
Yeah.
calligraphy or something. I mean,
Concentrate on
now
a
that I'm
candle.
talking to you,
Yeah.
that's come into my mind. That will help me
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
focus on
sure.
it.
Sure, sure,
You can
sure. Yeah.
concentrate on a candle, lit a candle, and
Yeah.
concentrate on the flame.
No, it's
Mm,
not so much that, it's for the individual different blessings. And maybe I think
yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to have to write it out on little cards. I think that,
Yeah,
as I've
yeah,
been listening to you
yeah,
and thank you, Olivia, as well, because it's like
yeah,
holding the focus. And
yeah.
thank you, Ayub, as well, just for saying it's not so much that we have to understand the concept as to just say the words and focus.
Yeah.
So I will try that with some little cards with some beautiful handwriting on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'll
Yeah.
make it sacred. So what I will do is I'll make it sacred in some way with some little decorative border or
Yeah.
something. Do you know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. 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 Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
find the way. See?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. There's always ways of doing these things, and
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
you've got to
I
find a
just need
hook. Yeah.
something to help me
But it has to be
focus on
personal.
each individual blessing, which
Yeah.
holds some meaning for me, so that I can connect into the process. I'm trying to find a way to connect into the process.
I think one thing that could also help is also reading, those blessings that you may find difficulty conceptualizing. You could take the time to actually read the whole of the blessing and try to tune into the words of each of the blessing. So you've got the blessed are the supreme lords of calm, and then you've got a beautiful description, quite a few paragraphs of description of who they are. And then the more you try and just tune in and really study the energy and the vibrations of each of the blessings, then that will trigger other thoughts within you as well.
Right. Yes.
And that will help you with trying to hook your concentration, into this concept of the supreme lords of karma as well. So that's one thing I would recommend as well.
Thank you.
Because these teachings are designed to stimulate thought. It's not a question of you read it once or twice or 10 times and then you know it all, because you don't. You'll only get a small grasp of it.
Yeah. And I just needed somewhere to start building that focus and connection. And
Sure.
So I feel, thank you very much for that. That's helped a lot.
Sure. That's great. Thank you for that. So anyone else would like to share any final thoughts before we wrap up? I know we've taken up.
Sudhir,
yes, we can hear you.
I lost the audio in between.
No problem. You're here now. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I just moved away from the headset and on a speaker actually. So just continuing to what you mentioned, that when you began the journey, you were listening to the audio, from the audio of the explanation of the blessings,
correct,
and freedoms by Dr. King. So
yes.
What I'm doing, that I've been reading the Indian scriptures maybe for a decade now, and being very honest, nothing was entering into my brain, or rather, I was not able to understand much of the Indian scriptures like the Bhagavad Gita or the Bhagavatam or the Upanishad. So it was just kind of bounces going on for me. We're not a practicing, subject there. But the moment I started reading the 12 blessings and the 9 freedoms, along with the audio explanation of the blessings, I'm able to easily correlate all the descriptions, not all, the very, very little I could understand, the descriptions mentioned in the Upanishads, absolutely relating with the detailed description that Dr. King is giving about the solar system, the importance of sun as a god that we worship. We are all worshipping the sun god every day morning, but in my lifetime, I never knew why I'm worshipping the sun. So we are worshipping the moon god every 15 days, every up and down cycle. We never knew why we are worshipping.
Yes.
The moon was a crescent moon on the head of Lord Shiva. We never knew. So moving from a blind faith, for me, what has happened is a very scientific explanation, cutting edge technological explanation is what I'm getting from Dr. King's work. So
100%, yes.
Reiterating my belief in the so-called mythology, what we called.
Yes.
For me, understanding Dr. King, I feel it's no longer a mythology, but it's all the truth that's written in the scriptures.
Yes.
So my can always be read as stories, but after the 12 blessings and the 9 freedoms, I no longer call it as mythology. I call it as truth. Which is happening constantly in the cosmos. So
wonderful.
That's great awakening for me.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. This is the thing, isn't it? It's like when I went through a similar stage to what you're describing in my teenage years, I was starting to see the common threads between the different world religions, that they're all talking about the same thing, like the law of karma, for example, is described in all the major world religions in one way or another, even in my own birth religion, Islam. And it's great that you're able to see the links between the 12 blessings, the 9 freedoms, and your ancient teachings of the Mahabharata, Upanishads. And there is, they worship the sun back in the day. There are prayers to the sun in Sanskrit that have been around for thousands of years. And yeah, there's mantras to the sun as well that have been around for thousands of years. And it's a very advanced practice to do. And in the 12 blessings, when you study the 8th blessing, it says that the sun is basically the god of the Bible. It is the Brahma of the Hindu scripts.
Yeah.
There's a description there that the god of the Bible is the sun. And this is one thing that people don't get. They haven't grasped it. It's the greatest living thing, the nearest thing to God in our concept of manifestation. And it's a wonderful thing to be able to bless the mighty sun. And when you send a blessing to the mighty sun, you get a high frequency energy come back to you, which helps you on your spiritual journey. And it opens up the doors for divine intervention in your life, and opens up many doors for you and for greater help and support on a spiritual level, and helps you to be of even greater service to humanity, because you're working with this law of karma, which is vitally important. It's vitally important. It's one of the things that people don't do enough of. I mean, do you guys think about, how much positive karma am I going to create today, by doing good deeds? And most people don't think along these lines. They don't ask these questions of themselves. And it's a struggle for humanity, because we're so bogged down with so many distractions and the economic system, and so many of the responsibilities. But working with the law of karma is what the 12 blessings gives us, a very potent way to work with the law of karma to help improve our lives and help improve divine intervention on planet Earth. So yeah, thank you for sharing.
That's been a great awakening for me, actually, personally, on that part. And then the importance of the sun, and when we write in the scriptures, the Brahma, or the divine, is like a blazing millions of suns. Now I understand what are those suns, which Dr. King has very clearly described in the 12th blessing about the beyond the creators.
Yes.
I don't understand much, but then I get a feeling, okay, that is the sun he's talking about, the infinite creator. It's amazing scientific work.
It is.
Merging with the East and the Western philosophies. Sure.
It is 100%.
I'm truly blessed to have been introduced to the concept of blessings and to the teachings of Dr. King. Really
so
blessed.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Okay, anyone else would like to share before we wrap up? No pressure.
Sorry, Ruth's hand is up as well.
I did mention Ruth, but she hasn't responded. So somebody else want to speak? Anyone else want to speak? Adler? No?
I would like to speak, Elizabeth.
Yes, Elizabeth. Yes, go for it.
I like to ask, we didn't do the hand closing, sealing, whatever. Was it not supposed to happen or something?
Oh, that's a very good point. Yes. Yes, that's Livia's department.
Because I thought
point, Elizabeth. Yeah. Well, that should happen every time you do a practice, but
yes,
today it didn't.
Yes. But we can do it now. There's no harm in doing it now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can just cut off the energy. So that's, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to show them how it's done, Livia?
Yeah. So just swipe the right palm over the left fronts away from the body. So you're cutting off energy. I mean, it should be done.
Yeah.
Don't forget, it's...
Yeah. That's great. Thank you for that, Livia. And let's see.
Well spotted, Elizabeth.
Yes, good spot there, Elizabeth. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, when we were still all talking, I'm still in this mist and I'm still feeling my hands are blotting out. So I wondered now, where am I going to put See you walking around with a mist around me.
Yeah, yeah.
You're just
It's funny.
That's great. Ruth, is there anything you'd like to say? I think you had your hand up earlier on. If you, I can't. You need to unmute your microphone, Ruth. Your microphone is muted. There we go.
Intend to raise my hand.
Oh, okay. You tend to raise your hand. Okay.
I didn't intend to.
Oh,
I
you
don't
didn't
know how that
intend to.
happens.
Okay. No problem. No problem. No problem.
Sometimes Zoom, if you shake your hand about, it raises your hand. It
Oh,
does an
that's a good point.
automatic. You
Yes,
see.
it does. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. Thank you, that Caroline. Okay, I think that brings us to the end of the session, unless someone's got any burning comments or questions to add. And I'll just say from myself and Livia, thank you all for joining us and spending your precious time and energy learning more about this great, empowering teaching. And I will be sending the recording to everyone after this session. It might take another hour or so to churn out the video. And so everyone will get a copy of that. And I'll also ask on the email as well, if anyone would like to take this journey of exploring the 12 blessings further, to please respond to the email as well and just let me know the word yes. And that way I know you're interested in having more sessions like this where we can have an interactive discussion, conversation, and practice of the 12 blessings as well. Okay. Any final words from you, Livia?
I'm just really grateful, for you all for joining in.
Mm-hmm.
It's an amazing session. I mean, I think once again, when you join together, the energies were flowing beautifully. Just a little apology for, late. It's all my fault.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, Elizabeth.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for joining us. And God bless each and every one of you. Namaste.
Yeah,
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste.